Every year, during the 8th lunar month, when the moon is its roundest, Chinese families gather to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. The full moon is a symbol of reunion and completeness. Born of China and shared across many peoples of Asia, the Mid-Autumn Festival is a time of togetherness and connection. This poem speaks to a history and current reality of migration, separation, as well as unification in new places. People far from a land that they know intimately, or perhaps have never met, seek connection through ritual and gazing with knowledge. We all see the same moon. The values of our community are writ large at times of celebration, replete as they are with tales that when shared teach that which really matters. We hear of a love enduring despite separation by fate and foible. We learn of a lazy woodcutter's burden and discovering the cost of disregarding the wise. A koi aspiring to the dragon skies, revealing to us the fruit of persistence and effort. And perhaps most endearing, a selfless rabbit seeking to give himself to benefit others. Over time, people have begun to capture the strength of the moon through a symbol, the glowing lantern, each unique by its place of origin, but all identical in its lunar symbology. The lanterns of autumn have been lit for millennia, but it took over 100 years after the arrival of the first Chinese here in Philadelphia for the lanterns to be lit in shared celebration and common space of our Chinatown. It was concern of youth for the isolation and loneliness of their elders that sparked AAU to host our first shared ritual 25 years ago. And what it has built is now maintained by youth. It's a festival that put the heart and the health of our many neighborhoods and communities in the forefront. It's a festival that puts the yolk in our collective mooncake. It puts lanterns on our lampposts and freed from traffic and gawkers. It puts our kids and our lions on the street. This is a celebration. This is ours. So this is a thank you to all of us here today, all of us who look forward and carry on the past, and are part of promoting the well-being and culture of our community.
Hi everybody, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate Asian Americans United's 25th Annual Banana Festival. My name is Ali Vuong, Board President of AAU. I've also had the honor of being the festival organizer for the past several years. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our festival volunteers, performers, sponsors, and Philly Cam for their help in putting together this very special virtual celebration. We hope that this virtual celebration embodies the same spirit and values as our past festivals. In addition to our program, please make sure to check out our downloadable kit available on AAU's website for some fun activities to do at home, and also a link to a reading of Graceland's book, Thanking the Moon, by Graceland herself. On behalf of AAU's board and staff, we wish you and your family a very happy Mid-Autumn Festival. Now, it is my honor to open up this year's festival with a performance by Hung Gar Kung Fu Academy. Thank you so much. We hope you enjoy the program. Be well and be safe. Thank you.
welcome again to the 25th Annual Chinatown Mid-Autumn Festival hosted by Asian Americans United. My name is Cynthia and I will be one of your English MCs today. I'm here with 4 other MCs. Grace, our other English MC, will be here at 2 p.m. today. Let's have one of our Chinese MCs introduce herself.
再次欢迎大家来到亚裔联合会的第25届中秋节联欢会。今天我们有4位主持人，另外2位主持人呢会在之后的活动加入我们。我的名字是慧丹，我今年会是其中一位中文主持人。另外一位中文主持人，他的名字是人鱼。
So during these unprecedented times, we wanted to bring everyone together to honor, celebrate, and remember our communities with this live celebration. Although virtual, this year's program embodies the same values and spirit as Mid-Autumn festivals in the past. We're so happy to be able to bring you the same family-friendly performances, demonstrations, and traditions as we have come to love with each festival. We want to extend a thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in today. If you are watching us from YouTube or Facebook, make sure to tell us in the comments section for where you are. And if you're new to Mid-Autumn, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, come talk to us in the comments. And we hope to meet you when we're back on the streets of Chinatown.
在这个特殊的时期，我们希望可以召集大家一起来庆祝这个特别又有意义的线上庆典。虽然今年的庆典是线上的，但是还是会体现出和往年中秋节活动一样的价值观和精神。我们很高兴可以在线上带给你们与往年一样老少咸宜的精彩表演、作品演示以及中秋节的传统。在此，我们要感谢每一位到场的人员。如果你是通过 Facebook 或者 YouTube 在看我们的线上直播，请在评论区告诉我们你的位置。如果你是第一次参与我们的中秋节活动，也请通过评论区告诉我们，欢迎你的加入。我们期待在下一次的中秋节联欢会和你们在唐人街见面。
So Chinatown's Mid-Autumn Festival was initiated in 1996 by AU middle school students. So this annual event is made possible with the work of more than 200 student and adult volunteers and support and donations from local artists, organizations, and businesses. The in-person festival brings together 5,000 people who gather under the full moon to celebrate. On the 25th anniversary of this very festival, we wanted to bring together a few longtime friends, supporters, and volunteers of the festival and have them express what the festival means to them, their families, and the community.
唐人街中秋节活动是在1996年由亚裔联合会的一些青少年创办的。往年的中秋节活动是由200多名学生和成年人共同完成的，以及来自当地艺术家、组织和商家的捐款和支持。在过去的中秋月圆之日，有5000多名观众聚集在一起庆祝中秋节。在这第25届的中秋节联欢会，我们想召集一些长期的朋友、支持者、义工们，让他们来表达这个节日对他们的家人和社区的意义。
AAU Mid-Autumn Festival means, I guess, the word family comes up, and also just the ability to be able to be in a space where I think people feel safe. And I think the sort of like bringing in together intergenerational families where little babies are there, but also our elders are there, and we could all be together and have fun. So I think what it means to me is just it's unity and family.
I think the significance, it's since becoming a parent, I think seeing my children experience it, it's the most memorable thing to me because it's one of the few days in the year where I feel like they are a part of or partaking in that part of who they are, without feeling like, oh, this is something strange my mom is just making me do. You know, it's very natural. They're there, they're having fun with their friends, they're running into their classmates, and they just know they're having fun. And yes, it's a part of us being Asian American, but they don't even realize it. And I think that's the best way, when they're engaging in their culture without feeling like it's forced. And it's just become a very natural part of our family ritual calendar.
Now, as a mom and as a teacher who's been introduced to it, I'm more conscientious of what the meaning of it behind, and I really feel the efforts that AU have put into putting this and making this a really community event, and so I do find it really important, and I want to make sure that I bring my kids to see the magnitude of our community. I think that's a big piece. Is now, from a mother's point of view, I really want to think about making it and be part of this community. Before, I guess, when I wasn't a mom yet, those were not thoughts that I had, and those were not priority, I guess, but now it is. So it's definitely different. And also sort of remind me, sort of visually show me how a community has grown in Chinatown or in Philadelphia, and also with the different age group. I can visually see like how many more young people have grown up here in Philly, and the desire that they have for wanting to be a part of the community, or feeling a sense of belonging, So I definitely see that, and I'm happy to see that every year. I really enjoy going there and seeing students, former students, and parents and families that I have worked with or know, and I feel like, wow, this is like really a reconnection sort of time, and how important that is, because you don't probably have any other time of the year where the community will bring everyone together.
I'm realizing there's like these generations of kids that just assume that it was always there and that everyone knows what Mid-Autumn Festival is because they just grew up with it. And I don't know that they realize, like, we actually had to reclaim it. We actually had to make it happen for there to be a recognition. I think, so what it means to me is a very like almost revolutionary act of resistance by people to sort of, at that time, and I think still now, like reclaiming your culture is not easy for marginalized people in the US. And I think it's fun to see that it's been claimed by so many Asian Americans as that space that they can go to once a year. And the number of youth that volunteer has blown me away. And it just makes me feel like, wow, like these are kids that are volunteering for something that they grew up with, that they had no idea wasn't there 25 years ago.
So then I asked the volunteer who was with me, who was a high school student, hey, how did you find out about the Mid-Autumn Festival? And they started telling me about how they had come to the Mid-Autumn Festival since they were 7 with their grandparent, and how now, as a young college student, they wanted to give back to the community, and they wanted to give back to something that was a part of their growing up. And that is a memory that has really stayed with me, and that I think about whenever we are in the midst of the busyness of planning and making the Mid-Autumn Festival happen. Yeah, just that memory of a simple interaction with one of 250 volunteers that year, that they would come back after years of taking part in the Mid-Autumn Festival as festival attendees to help make it happen. I just think that, that's a key memory and something that makes the Mid-Autumn Festival so important to me.
I think what's really been the most special memory is seeing young people who have grown up through it. My own children, for example, who became, leaders and helped direct and volunteer at Mid-Autumn or manage the stage, and seeing them just embrace it as their own. I think that's absolutely the most special memory about Mid-Autumn Festival, that it's passed on through generations, and that young people today are still as excited about it as we were when we were first, getting it off the ground. But the fact that it can be embraced over, a full generation and 2 decades of time is a real testament to the hunger, I think, and the need that a lot of generations of Asian American youth have when it comes to culture and community. And that in and of itself is extremely hopeful.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your stories, and also Ty for putting that video together for us. Next up, we have a few words from our mayor, Jim Kenney.
感谢影片里的朋友和支持者分享他们的故事，也要感谢泰制作这个影片。现在，接下来我们有请费城市长 Jim Kenney 和大家说几句话。
Hey everyone, I'm Jim Kenney, Mayor of Philadelphia, and I'm glad to be joining you for this online Mid-Autumn Festival celebration. This has been a very different year for all of us. Rather than celebrating this 25th annual Mid-Autumn Festival in the streets of Philadelphia's Chinatown, as has been done for a quarter of a century, you are all coming together online. Many members of our community have been facing hard times because of the challenges of COVID-19. So this is an especially important year to continue to celebrate the traditions, cultures, games, music, dances, and stories of our Asian and Pacific Islander communities. This is a time for families to come together, as they have for centuries during the autumn harvest moon. And this is an important time to keep sharing with others across Philadelphia about these traditions. Thank you to Asian Americans United for organizing this festival for 25 years. Thank you all for being here, and enjoy the 2020 Mid-Autumn Festival.
Alrighty, we're so excited to kick off our performances with the community favorite and continued partner and supporter of the festival. Modero is a community group with the mission to preserve and promote the traditional Indonesian culture through dance, food, events for social change. Today, they will be sharing an Indonesian dance with us. The Peacock dance is the new creation of the dance in West Java, created by Raden Cece Somantri in the 1950s and remade by Irawati Durban in 1965. The dance tells the story of the charming peacocks showcasing the beauty and color of its feathers. The choreography is showing the mating ritual as it is represented by the exchange of intricate hands and graceful movements.
好，非常感谢市长的祝语。现在我们的表演就要开始啦。开场就是我们社区最爱的，并且是我们中秋节联欢会长久以来的合作伙伴和支持者 Modero。Modero 是一个印尼社区的团体，他们通过舞蹈、美食和社会变更活动来维护和弘扬印尼传统文化。今天他们将和我们分享印尼舞蹈。孔雀舞是由 Raden Cece Somantri 在1950年代创建的，之后在1965年的时候由 Irawati Durban 重塑的作品。这个舞蹈讲述了迷人的孔雀故事，展现了羽毛的美丽和色彩。舞蹈通过复杂的手舞和优美的动作，表现出孔雀的求偶仪式。
Thank you so much, Modero Company, for that amazing performance. Immaculate.
谢谢 Modero 给我们带来这么精彩的表演。
Next, we have a performance by another longtime festival supporter, Mabel Chan. Mabel is a senior statesperson of the Hip Sing Association of America and serves the Chinatown community, supports public service, and participates in community activities. She is passionate about Chinese opera and providing opportunities for people in the United States to learn about Chinese culture and art. She will be performing a Cantonese opera today.
接下来，我们有请活动的长期支持者陈姿女士带来的表演。陈姿女士是协盛工会的资深政治家，为唐人街社区服务，支持公共服务，并参加社区活动。她对中国戏曲充满热情，并为他人提供学习中国文化和艺术的机会。她将会为我们表演乐曲《帝女花》。
国引发我，欲见
場花燭夜，
不須是淚。半三行灑台。 媒婆相知後樹後帝女帝女過長伴有生樂夫妻是去説一同啱好。
Thank you for an amazing Cantonese opera from Mabel Chen and Fufen Lee.
谢谢陈芝女士和李富芬女士带来的精彩乐曲表演。
Our next artist will be Hasan Rucker. So Hasan is a healer and teacher of Tai Chi Chuan, Ba Guangdang, Wushu Kung Fu, Qigong, Yoga, and Meditation. Today he will be providing a live demonstration of Wudang Tai Chi Chuan.
接下来有请艺术家海山洛克。海山是太极拳、八卦掌、武术功夫、气功、瑜伽和冥想的治疗师和老师。今天他给我们带来的是武当太极拳。
All right, y'all, so we have some extra time before we start our next performance. We're gonna take a little moment to talk about our local businesses, the people supporting Mid-Autumn Festival, shout out. Yeah, so all of our Chinatown cafes, bakeries, restaurants, grocery and retail stores, all of our small businesses. So go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Asian Americans United. Again, that's facebook.com/Asian Americans United for a listing of Chinatown businesses that have supported the festival in the past years. And please consider supporting them during these challenging times. Go get yourself some buns, some bubble teas.
所以在我们等Hasan 他准备的时间，我们想花一点时间来感谢我们唐人街的咖啡店、面包店、餐馆、杂货店、零售店和其他的企业。请到我们的 Facebook 网页上查看过去这几年一直支持我们中秋节活动的唐人街企业，也请考虑在这个充满困难和挑战的时刻多多支持他们。我们的网址是 facebook.com/Asian Americans United。
Not everybody in our community could vote, but everybody counts.
在我们的社区里，不是所有人都可以投票，但所有人都可以在2020年人口普查内被统计。
ñun ñëpp mënuñoo voter waaye ñun ñëpp dañoo war a compter jërëjëf.
The 2020 census is happening this year. The census only happens once every 10 years, and it will impact each of us, our friends, our families, our neighbors, our communities, for the next decade and beyond.
You may already have received a census postcard on the mail to fill out the census online or over the phone between March 16 and April 30th. Self-reporting means that no, you don't have to worry about a census worker being at your home.
My name is Heidi, and I'm Salvadorian American. I am filling out the 2020 census because Pennsylvania counts on those tax dollars to come back and help our schools, roads, and hospitals. Pennsylvanian communities can lose $2,100 for every person that is not counted. Yo voy a asegurarme que cada miembro de mi familia y mis amigos son contados. ¿Serás contado tú?
My name is Ahmed Selim, and I'm a Turkish American. I'm participating in the 2020 census because the census is used to determine political representation in Harrisburg and in DC. Ailemin, arkadaşlarımın nüfus sayımına katılmaları için elimden geleni yapıyorum. Lütfen siz de bize katılın.
My name is Wei Chan. I'm a Chinese American. I'm filling out the census because filling out census is our duty and to show our strength and diversity of our community. 我想确保我的家人和朋友都能参与2020年的人口普查，被统计在内。你也想被统计在内吗？
These are uncertain times, especially for immigrant communities. Together, we can build safe and welcoming communities for every Pennsylvanian. This is what this census is about. Using our voice to ensure that we all have the resources to thrive.
Tout le monde ne peut pas voter, mais tout le monde doit participer au recensement 2020 de la population.
No todos en nuestra comunidad pueden votar, pero todos contamos.
Eminim aranızda benim gibi Amerikan vatandaşı olmayan ve seçimlerde oy kullanamayanlar var. Ama 2020 nüfus sayımı herkes için geçerli. Lütfen siz de bu sayıma katılın.
Si kila mtu ni mpiga kura, ila kila mtu anahesabika.
Alrighty, so that was a message from our friends at the Pennsylvania Immigration and Citizenship Coalition. So it's not too late to participate in the 2020 census. To make sure your household is counted, respond online by phone or by mail by September 30th. September 30th, remember that. To learn more about why it's so important to be counted, well, you saw the message.
刚刚是宾州公民移民协会给我们带来的影片信息，现在大家还可以参与填写2020年的人口普查，请确保你的家人被统计。9月30号之前，你可以通过网络、电话或者是邮寄的方式参与。
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Perfect. Transitioning in 5, 4, 3.
Hi, welcome back. All right, so that was Ngo Thanh Nhan playing the Dantran. He's a longtime friend of the festival. Dr. Nhan has a PhD in linguistics and is a fellow in Vietnamese Nom and Folk Music Studies of the Center for Vietnamese Philosophy, Culture and Society at Temple University. Dr. Nhan is a coordinator of the Vietnam Agent Orange Relief and Responsibility Campaign. He currently teaches Dantran at the Folk Arts Culture Charter School, shout out Pax, with the support of the Asian Americans United, and is a member of Yes We Can Music in New York. So earlier he played 3 pieces on the Dantran. The first one was Song of the Starling, a Southern Vietnam lullaby, and then followed The Emperor and Ascending the Celestial Platform, a Central Vietnam royal music. And then the last piece he played was Flowing Water and Golden Coin from Central Vietnam, folk music from Central Vietnam.
刚刚为我们演出的是Ngo Thanh Nhan，他是我们中秋节的老朋友。安博士拥有语言学的博士学位，也是天普大学越南南民间音乐中心的研究员。他还是越南哲学、文化与社会中心的一员。他是越南代理处成就记和负责运动创办核心董事。他目前在亚裔联合会的支持下，在民艺特许学校教导越南16弦琴，并且是纽约 Yes Can Music 的会员。他刚刚为我们表演的3首曲目分别是 Song of the Starling 来自越南南部的摇篮曲， Following the Emperor Ascending the Celestial Platform 是来自中央音乐的。最后一首是 Flowing Water and Golden Coin 是来自越南中部的民间音乐。
Hey, Renyu?
Yeah?
Do you know about the moon or jade rabbit?
Not really sure.
Well, the folklore says that a jade emperor disguised himself into a poor, starving old man and begged for food from a monkey, otter, dog, and rabbit. While the other animals collected food for the old man, the rabbit only knew how to gather grass, so the rabbit offered itself as a sacrifice. The jade emperor was touched by the rabbit's offering and was made the guardian of the moon. The rabbit keeps Chang'e company on the moon, and sometimes you can see the shape of the rabbit when you look up at the bright full moon. So up next, we have a step-by-step arts and crafts demonstration by Xu Ting Wang on how to make your own jade rabbit lantern.
刚刚 Cynthia 问我知不知道关于月亮还有玉兔的传说，我说我不太清楚，然后他给我解释了一下，他说根据民间传说，玉皇大帝伪装成一个贫穷饥饿的老人，分别向猴子、水獭、狗和兔子祈求食物。当其他动物都在为老人收集食物的时候，兔子只知道怎么收集草，所以兔子为了不让老人挨饿，他牺牲了他自己给老人当食物。玉皇大帝被兔子的这种牺牲的精神感动到了，然后他让兔子成为了月亮的守护神，在月亮上和玉兔和嫦娥作伴，而当你偶尔仰望月亮的时候，你会看到月亮呈现着兔子的形状。这个故事说完这个故事，接下来我们会制造玉兔灯笼，我们将由Vuong Xu Ting 来给我们演示如何制作玉兔灯笼。
Today we will be making a bunny lantern inspired by the legendary rabbit in the moon. The materials you will need are 6 paper plates, tissue paper, markers, tape or glue, stapler, scissors, and a strand of yarn or string about 40 centimeters long. Optional are an electric tea light. Step 1 is to make the top of the lantern. Take a paper plate and cut out a circle. Step 2 is to make the lantern sides. Grab 4 paper plates. The next part is optional. If you have tissue paper, feel free to continue following along. If not, you can skip this step. So, if you do not have tissue paper, you only need to cut a circle from 1 paper plate instead of 5. On the 4 paper plates, trace and cut out a circle from each. Next, you can glue or tape a tissue paper over each circle opening and allow time for the glue to dry. These 4 paper plates will now be your lantern size. Once you're ready, we will now move on to step 3. Your 6 paper plates are now ready to be assembled. Take the 4 paper plates from step 2 and staple them together. Now take the top plate from step 1 and staple it on top. Lastly, staple your 6th plate on the bottom. It should be a plain paper plate. You should now end up with a boxy lantern structure. For step 4, we will create the rabbit's features. Take the scraps from the paper plates and cut out 2 bunny ears. Once you're done, we can put those aside for now. Using black construction paper, cut out its eyes, nose, and mouth. If you do not have colored construction paper, you can also color the features in with markers or color pencils. With pink construction paper, cut out circles for its cheek, or you can use markers as well. You can use glue or tape to attach the features to the paper plate structure. Now you can use glue or tape to attach the bunny ears to the paper plates. Now flip the bunny to the back. For this part, you can ask your parent or your guardian to help you carefully make 4 holes for the lantern strings later. You can use scissors or a pen. This paper plate will now be the top of your lantern. Now moving on to step 5, we will take a piece of yarn or string and pull it through the 4 openings on the lantern top plate like so. The string will first go across and then diagonal. And then across. Once you have adjusted the strings, you can now take the two ends of the string and tie it together. Now take a stick or anything that could be a handle and tie it to the string. Lastly, step 6 is optional. If you have an electric tea light, place it inside the lantern and tape it to the bottom plate. Here is another overview of how we tie the string. Ta-da! This is how you make a paper plate bunny lantern. Now you're ready to take your DIY lantern for a stroll. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival!
All right, thank you so much, Shooting, for that tutorial. I'm gonna go home and make myself a Jade Rabbit lantern. Okay, so if you're looking for more ways to celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival at home, check out the Arts and Crafts downloadable kit available on our website at aaunited.org. So that's aaunited.org. Our downloadable kit includes coloring pages, a crossword puzzle, short stories to read, and more.
所以谢谢秀婷给我们带来这么可爱的玉兔制作。如果你想要找到更多在家里庆祝中秋节的方法，你可以访问我们的网页 aaunited.org 查看更多的手工艺品。可以卸载工具包，我们的工具包包括有填式纸、填字游戏、短篇故事等等的其他活动。
All right, our next two performances are from our festival community partner, Folk Arts Culture Treasures Charter School. Again, shout out FACS. First, we have a video message to FACS students from staff. And then we have a performance from teacher Galen singing Something Inside So Strong. If you're part of the FACS family, please let us know in the comments. Enjoy!
接下来的2个表演是来自我们的合作伙伴民艺特许学校。首先，我们会有一个视频短讯是支援给学生的，随后是 Galen 老师演唱的内心如此强大。如果你是民艺特许学校的一员，请在评论区让我们知道。
So one of my first years at FACS, our first principal, Debbie Way, told all the teachers the story of how the Mid-Autumn Festival in Chinatown came about. And the thing that stood out the most was that she said when our grandparents and parents came to America, we were all separated from our families. Our families are in different countries, in different states. And the thing that stood out to me the most about what she said was when it was Mid-Autumn Festival, we were reminded that no matter where we were in this world, how far we are away from each other, we are all looking at the same moon. So I want to tell my FACS families and my students, my former students, my current students, that no matter where we are right now in our lives or virtually, we are all looking at the same moon, especially Mid-Autumn Festival.
Sometimes in our lives be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. There is a load you have to bear that you can't carry. I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me. If you need a friend, call me. Somebody, call me. If you need a friend, call me. Lean on me. Call me.
You know, there's something inside so strong. There really is.
The higher you build your barrier, the taller I become. The further you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can't deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong, and I know that I can make it. Though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. Oh, you know there's something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Boy, you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho, your lies will come tumbling. Deny my space in time, you squander wealth that's mine. My life will shine so brightly, it will blind you.
'cause there's something inside so strong, and I know that I can make it, even though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. Oh, there's something inside so strong, oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist your win just not good enough, well, we know better. I'm gonna look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway. 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 'Cause there's something inside so strong, and I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone, oh no. Oh, there's something inside so strong, oh, something inside so strong. There's something inside so strong, oh so strong. There's something inside so strong.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace and I'll be the English MC for the rest of the program. Big thanks to the folks at FAX for that wonderful performance. And our next artist will be Hasan Rucker. Hasan is a healer and teacher of Tai Chi Chuan, Ba Gua Zhang, Wu Shi Kung Fu, Qigong, Yoga, and Meditation. Today, he will be providing a live demonstration of Wudang Tai Ji Jian, which is Wudang Tai Chi sword.
大家好，我是刚才的中文主持人，我回来了。非常感谢民艺特许学校的职员带来的表演。接下来呢，我们有请艺术家海山洛克。海山是太极拳、八卦拳、武术、功夫、气功、瑜伽和冥想的治疗师和老师。今天他给我们带来武当太极剑的表演。
Great demonstration, Hasan. Up next, we have the Philippine Folk Arts Society Incorporated, or PFASI, which is a nonprofit organization with a mission to promote awareness of the culture and traditions of the Philippines through folk music, traditional dances, language, and cultural celebrations. La Jota Caviteña is a Filipino dance which is based on the Spanish dance, the Jota. The Jota is a lively, bouncy movement and danced with accompaniment by string instruments, castanets, and percussion. It has become a traditional folk dance in the Philippines, originating from Cavite, and it is considered the most popular version of La Jota dance. Please enjoy this performance by the Philippine Folk Arts Society.
谢谢海山的表演，太精彩了。接下来我们有请菲律宾民间艺术协会带来的表演。菲律宾民间艺术协会是一个非营利的组织，其目标是通过民间音乐、传统舞蹈、语言和文化庆典来提高人们对菲律宾文化和传统的认知。La Jota Caviteña 是一种以西班牙舞蹈霍塔为基础的菲律宾舞蹈。霍塔是一种很有活力的运动，它在弦乐器、响板和打击乐器的伴奏下翩翩起舞。它的起源是菲律宾的甲米地省，现在已经成为菲律宾的传统民间舞蹈，被认为是最受欢迎的霍塔舞蹈。接下来，请欣赏菲律宾民间艺术协会为我们带来精彩的舞蹈表演。 Grace, are you still going to say wow?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, what a beautiful performance. Thank you so much to the Philippine Folk Arts Society. As you probably already know, 22 is a really important election year. Every vote will help decide the president and the vice president of the United States and other important positions who will make decisions for our community. Election day is on Tuesday, November 3rd. If you are a U.S. citizen, please exercise your rights and vote. AU's Chinatown Vote Project is here to help. They can help you learn how to vote by mail or how to use a voting machine. Or if you live in Pennsylvania and haven't yet registered to vote, they can get you registered today. Don't miss the October 19th deadline to register to vote. For assistance from Chinatown Vote, please contact 267-518-7201. Now, let's take a look at this brief message from Wei Chen, our Civic Engage Coordinator at Asian Americans United.
哇，刚才那个表演太棒了！谢谢菲律宾民间艺术协会带来的音乐。2020年是一个很重要的选举年，每张选票将会帮助决定美国总统和副总统以及其他重要职位的人员，他们会为我们的社区做决定。今年的大选是在11月3号，星期二。如果你是美国公民，请使用你的权利并且投票。亚裔联合会的华部投票项目可以在这里为大家提供帮助。他们可以教你如何通过邮寄选票，或者怎么用投票机投票。如果你住在宾州，但是还没有注册投票的话，他们可以马上帮你注册。10月19号是投票登记的截止日期，不要错过咯。如果你需要华部投票项目的帮助，请致电267-518-7201。现在，让我们有请亚裔联合会的公民参与项目主管陈威给大家带来关于投票的信息。
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节快乐. My name is Wei Chen. I'm a Civic Engage Coordinator with Asian American United. 2020 is an important year for our community, not just because COVID-19 has been hit our community hard, that we know how to support each other. And 2020 census has been so significant for Asian American to be counted. It's only 4 days away from the deadline, so make sure you and your family get counted. Another important event for us is November 3rd election. Make sure you have a safe way to turn out your vote. And if you or you know someone have not been registered, need to be registered, you can scan or share the QR code or go to rockthevote.aau, rock.vote/aau to register online with us. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the festival. Thank you.
Thank you, Wei, for that important message about voting. Please remember to vote on November 3rd. Just kidding.
谢谢陈威跟我们说投票的重要性，请在11月3号投票哦。
Next, we have a performance by Cambodian American Girls Empowering, CAGE, which is a volunteer-led organization with a mission to create safe spaces for the exploration of Khmer and Cambodian American arts, culture, and identities. Their work is rooted in their shared passion of Khmer classical dance. For our next live demonstration, Lonika Angpak, founder and director of CAGE, will lead a series of Khmer dance stretches. This will be an all-level, beginner-friendly stretching session. The stretches will include some basic Khmer language and Khmer dance gestures.
接下来，我们有柬埔寨裔美国人女子妇权给我们带来的表演。柬埔寨裔美国人女子妇权 CAGE 是由志愿者组织的，志愿者领导的组织。他们的目标是为探索高棉柬埔寨裔美国人的艺术、文化和身份创造一个安全的地方。他们的工作是基于他们对高棉古典舞蹈的热情。在接下来的现场表演中， CAGE 的创始人兼总监 Nanaga Ampak 将带头演示一系列的高棉舞蹈拉伸。拉伸内容包括一些基本的高棉话和高棉手势舞蹈。
Is gonna go to his dad. And today we're going to do some Khmer stretches together. These are beginner level, and you can do them sitting down or standing up, whatever works for you. I'm going to do it sitting down. I have a yoga mat on the floor, and I am sitting with my feet crossed, so I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see. We're going to sit so that our feet go to the right. So you want both of your feet pointed to the right, your left leg under your right leg. We're going to start by stretching our fingertips and our hands. So what we're going to do first is just want to, like you're going to give me a high five right to the screen. Put your palm out. We're going to take our right hand. We're going to pull the fingertips of our left hand back. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you get a nice stretch through your wrist and up through your fingertips. So a nice stretch there, and put it on your lap. And when we're sitting, we want to sit with some confidence. So I'm going to ask that you bring your shoulders back. And you're going to arch your back so your chest is nice and open, your chin is up, your head's pointed just a little bit to the left. Stretching our fingertips. Feel free to count along with me. We're going to count 1 through 10 and climb. Moi, B, Bay, Vuong, Pram, Moi, Pram B, Pram Bay, Pram Vuong, Dog. Good. Next, you're going to switch. So we're just going to switch so our feet face the other way. My feet are now going to face to the left. Oscar, can you go to your dad, please? No? Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to do our right hand. So we stretched our left hand. Now we're going to stretch our right hand. Same thing. You're going to peel those fingertips back. Oh, awesome. Okay. Can you lay down? Can you lay down with me? Yeah? Okay, thank you. We're going to fingertips stretch back on our lap. But we're going to stretch. Again, 1 through 10. Moi, B, Bay, Vuong, Pram, Moi, Pram B, Pram Bay, Pram Vuong, Dog. Beautiful. Let that go. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to stretch our whole arm. So we started with our fingertips and our wrists. Now we're going to get a nice stretch through our forearm. So what you want to do is you want to bring both feet in front of you, feet together, knees up. We're going to touch our left elbow. You're going to place that left elbow onto your left knee with your palm facing towards your screen. Like you're going to give me a high five. Perfect. And then you're going to take your right leg over your left arm. Get that over. Beautiful. So your ankle is going to be crossing your wrist. You're going to grab your fingertips with your opposite hand. And then to get a really good stretch, we're going to arch. You're going to feel some pressure from your leg pushing down on your wrist. And you should feel a nice stretch through your forearm. Make sure you're arching shoulders back, chin up. Head tilted to the left just a little bit. We're going to count 1 through 10 again. Moi, B, Bay, Vuong, Pram Moi, Pram B, Pram Bay, Pram Vuong, Dog. Beautiful. And we're going to put it down. Same thing on our right side. Take your right elbow to your right knee. Swing your left leg up and over, crossing your ankle and your wrist, grabbing your fingertips, and then arch to pull. Good. You're getting a nice stretch. Head tilted to the right just a little bit. Now we're going to count 10 through 20. đọc 1, đọc 2, đọc 3, đọc 4, đọc 5, đọc 6, đọc 7, đọc 8, đọc 9, 10. Good. And now you can put your foot down slowly. We're going to keep our knees up and our feet together. And we're going to do more stretches in our arms. So we're really focusing on how flexible and nimble our fingertips and our elbows are. I want you to lace your fingers together and turn it inside out. So your palms are facing away from you. And you're going to put your elbows towards the inside of your knees. Give it a nice squeeze, like you're clamping your arms together. Some folks who are really flexible might even be able to touch their arms. I'm not, so that's okay. You might be or you might not be, and that's fine. So we're going to squeeze, get a nice squeeze in there, and we're going to arch, growing ourselves just a little bit taller, chin up, and we're going to count 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. You can let that go. You can wiggle your fingers out. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to sit like a Khmer dancer. To do that, I'm going to turn to demonstrate. We're going to sit so that our toes are folded forward, pointing towards your knees. And then you're going to put your booty on your ankles. Beautiful. So that's a sit. And what we always want to make sure we arch. So you're going to arch your back. I like to remind myself to arch my back by tickling my spine. So if you can reach, give your spine a little tickle to arch. We're going to peel our shoulders back, opening our chest. Our chin is up. Our hands, which we were able to stretch, we're going to flex those fingers up towards the sky. Let's see how flexible they are. And we're going to sit here for a count of 10. So we're going to do 1 through 10 again in Khmer. Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Now we're going to say bye to Oscar. Oscar, you go daddy. Go. Go daddy. Thank you. So from here, we're going to do a stretch where we're going to lift our knees off the floor and we're going to push our elbows. So we're going to give a nice little stretch through our forearms and even up our biceps. So sitting like a dancer, we're still in this position. You're going to take both hands in front of you. You're going to lay them flat on the floor, palm on the floor. Good. And we're going to bring our knees up towards our elbows. And we're going to give it a light push. So you're pushing against your elbows. Don't push too hard that you hurt yourself. But we do want to give a light push so we feel a good stretch through our forearms. You want to keep your chin up in this posture, back as straight as you can. And we're going to count 10 through 20. Đọc, đọc 1, đọc 2, đọc 3, đọc 4, đọc 5, đọc 6, đọc 7, đọc 8, đọc 9, 10. Good. And we're going to go back down. We're going to stay in this position, sitting like a dancer. And the next thing we're going to do, which you might recognize in a lot of Khmer dance, is what we call eel. This is when we bring our leg back behind us. We get a nice good stretch through our hips and across our thigh. So it's a very good hip and leg stretch. And you'll see this a lot when we balance and dance. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in this dancer's seated position. You're going to bring your left leg first. Left leg straight back behind you. So what I like to do is I like to trace my knee straight back behind me, following the floor. And I use the floor to help guide my leg. If you can't get it straight behind you, that's okay. A little bit off to the side might help as you're beginning to learn. My leg straight back behind me. Oscar's next to me. And what you want to do is you want to swing your left arm. So I'm going to swing my left arm up over my head, back around, and I'm going to grab my leg, bringing that ankle towards my booty. It's okay when you're starting, maybe you're a little bit stiffer, we haven't stretched in a while, that's okay. We might be here. I'm going to push myself a little bit, bring that ankle closer to my hip. And this is what we call eo. What we're going to do with our right hand is we're going to bring it up into Vuong Tom. Vuong means circle, and Tom means big, so it's a big circle with our arm. If you look and you trace it with your eyes, you might make a big circle. And we're going to sit here for 10 seconds, 1 through 10 again in Khmer. Moi, Bi, Bai, Buon, Pram, Pramui, Prampi, Prambai, Prambuon, Dog. Beautiful. Let that go. And we're going to do the same thing on the right side. I'm going to turn to demonstrate. We're sitting like a dancer. That right knee straight back behind you. I'm going to swing my left arm up above my head, reaching back, grabbing my leg. I like to wrap my arm around my shin to pull my ankle closer to me, to my body. Again, I'm arching. My shoulders are open. Chin up, Vuong Tom. Big circle with your left hand. And we're going to do this for a count of 10. So 10 through 20 in Khmer with me. Dot, dot Moi, dot Bi, dot Bai, dot Buon, dot Pram, dot Pramui, dot Prambi, dot Prambai, dot Prambuon, Moi Pai. Good, beautiful. The next thing we're going to do is a modified stretch. I recently injured myself a few times over the past 2 years, so I have had to modify the stretches in Khmer dance for myself. What we're going to do is we're going to sit in lotus. You might recognize this if you've ever done any yoga practices or anything like that. And if you can't sit in lotus, it's totally fine. I'm going to show you how I modify for myself. But if you can, to sit in lotus, you're going to put your foot onto the opposite lap. And then you're going to bring the other foot and you're going to cross that over onto the opposite lap. So if I have my left foot on my right thigh, my right foot's going to go on my left thigh. I unfortunately sprained my left ankle not too long ago. Still hurts to bring it up into lotus position. So I modify by putting my right foot on my left ankle and keeping it like that. And that's the only foot that I do. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here. If you're able to sit in lotus, I would recommend that you try doing a stretch in which you go forward onto your belly. So if you were to do, you would go forward onto your belly, belly onto the floor, and then you would arch your back and get a nice good stretch all through that hip and leg area. Excuse me, sir, this is not your show. Excuse me. Okay, maybe it is. He can have my seat. We're going to sit here for a count of 10. And if you're on your belly, I'm going to count nice and slow for you to get that good stretch. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. And you're going to get up. You might even want to switch your leg in lotus. I'm going to put my left ankle, my left foot onto my right. And then the next portion, if you're doing the not modified version, you would be in lotus and you would lay back. So watch your head as you're laying back, and you would still arch your back. And you want to press your legs onto the ground. So you want everything flat. And we're going to count 1 through 10 again. Let's do it in Khmer. Moi, Bi, Bai, Buon, Pram, Pramui, Prampi, Prambai, Prambuon, Dog. Okay, good. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to balance on our legs, and we're going to do this together. So we're going to stand up. Can you stand up with me? We're going to stand up. I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see. And we're going to do Dio, but we're going to do it standing up. So we're going to start again with our left side. You'll notice in Khmer dance, we always use our left side first. So you're going to start feet together. We're going to bend our knees. Make sure you're arching your back. I'm tickling my spine to remind me to arch my back. And then we're going to bring our left leg back. My arm up and over to grab my shin, wrapping around my shin, and then we'll pump. Count to 10. Mui, bi, bay, buon, bram, bramui, brambi, brambay, brambuon, dog. Good. And on the right side, this will be our last stretch together. Feet together. You're going to bring that right leg back into Dio. Make sure you're bending your standing leg, your left leg. Swinging my arm up and over around my shin. Buông thong, left hand. 10 through 20 incline. Đọc, đọc mũi, đọc bi, đọc bay, đọc buồn, đọc ram, đọc mũi, đọc bi, đọc bay, đọc buồn, mũi bay. And that's it.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you to everyone for joining me today. Abdul. And please have a good rest of your day and a good Mid-Autumn Festival. Thank you, AAU. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much for those stretches, Lanika. They'll be really useful after all of my Zoom meetings.
谢谢非常感谢拉娜嘎你给我们带来的拉伸。之后呢，开完会之后，下班之后呢，可以做这些拉伸，伸展一下身体，非常有用。
So if you're tuning in just now and you're joining us for this celebration, welcome. And we'd like to show you again the 25th anniversary celebration video.
如果你刚刚开始加入我们今天的庆典的话，欢迎我们想呢再一次播放一下我们第25届中秋节活动的影片。
AAU Mid-Autumn Festival means, I guess, the word family comes up, and also just the ability to be able to be in a space where I think people feel safe. And I think the sort of like bringing in together intergenerational families where little babies are there, but also our elders are there, and we could all be together and have fun. So I think what it means to me is just it's unity and family.
I think the significance, it's since becoming a parent, I think seeing my children experience it, it's the most memorable thing to me because it's one of the few days in the year where I feel like they are a part of or partaking in that part of who they are without feeling like, oh, this is something strange my mom is just making me do. You know, it's very natural. They're there, they're having fun with their friends, they're running into their classmates, and they just know they're having fun. And yes, it's a part of us being Asian American, but they don't even realize it. And I think that's the best way, when they're engaging in their culture without feeling like it's forced. And it's just become a very natural part of our family ritual calendar.
Now, as a mom and as a teacher who's been introduced to it, I'm more conscientious of what the meaning of it behind, and I really feel the efforts that AU have put into putting this and making this a really community event, and so I do find it really important, and I want to make sure that I bring my kids to see the magnitude of our community. I think that's a big piece. Is now from a mother's point of view, I really want to think about making it and be part of this community. Before, I guess, when I wasn't a mom yet, those were not thoughts that I had, and those were not priority, I guess, but now it is. So it's definitely different. And also sort of remind me, sort of visually show me how a community has grown in Chinatown or in Philadelphia, and also with the different age group, I can visually see like how many more young people have grown up here in Philly, and the desire that they have for wanting to be a part of the community, or feeling a sense of belonging, So I definitely see that, and I'm happy to see that every year. I really enjoy going there and seeing students, former students, and parents and families that I have worked with or know, and I feel like, wow, this is like really a reconnection sort of time, and how important that is, because you don't probably have any other time of the year where the community will bring everyone together.
I'm realizing there's like these generations of kids that just assumed that it was always there and that everyone knows what Mid-Autumn Festival is because they just grew up with it. And I don't know that they realize, like, we actually had to reclaim it. We actually had to make it happen for there to be a recognition. I think, so what it means to me is a very like almost revolutionary act of resistance by people to sort of, at that time, and I think still now, like reclaiming your culture is not easy for marginalized people in the US. And I think it's fun to see that it's been claimed by so many Asian Americans as that space that they can go to once a year. And the number of youth that volunteer has blown me away. And it just makes me feel like, wow, like these are kids that are volunteering for something that they grew up with, that they had no idea wasn't there 25 years ago.
So then I asked the volunteer who was with me, who was a high school student, hey, how did you find out about the Mid-Autumn Festival? And they started telling me about how they had come to the Mid-Autumn Festival since they were 7 with their grandparent, and how now, as a young college student, they wanted to give back to the community, and they wanted to give back to something that was a part of their growing up. And that is a memory that has really stayed with me, and that I think about whenever we are in the midst of the busyness of planning and making the Mid-Autumn Festival happen. Yeah, just that memory of a simple interaction with one of 250 volunteers that year, that they would come back after years of taking part in the Mid-Autumn Festival as festival attendees to help make it happen. I just think that, that's a key memory and something that makes the Mid-Autumn Festival so important to me.
I think what's really been the most special memory is seeing young people who have grown up through it. My own children, for example, who became, leaders and helped direct and volunteer at Mid-Autumn or manage the stage, and seeing them just embrace it as their own. I think that's absolutely the most special memory about Mid-Autumn Festival, that it's passed on through generations, and that young people today are still as excited a full generation and 2 decades of time is a real testament to the hunger, I think, and the need that a lot of generations of Asian American youth have when it comes to culture and community. And that in and of itself is extremely hopeful.
Thanks so much again for these wonderful stories. Reminds me of my Mid-Autumn Festival from last year, it was the first time I'd ever celebrated in Taiwan with my relatives, and that was such a special thing. And also, you know, to walk the streets of Taipei and see fresh mooncakes, so delicious. My mom sent me a whole package last week, or this week actually, and made me like so excited, totally made my week. Wudang, what's your favorite Mid-Autumn Festival memory?
So I want to talk about my favorite memories in China and here. So in China, it's always my favorite holiday to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival. So we would come together as a family. We would make a lot of food. We would go to our balcony, celebrate there, and then we watch the moon as we chit-chat, laugh, and then spend the night together. That's just one of the best feelings I can remember. And when I came over, I thought I would never celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival again, but then I found the Mid-Autumn Festival that AAU hosted, and then it made me feel like home. I never thought that I can continue this tradition in a foreign country. It's just very touching when I see people coming together as a community. Very powerful to see them come together, and then it's very joyful to see them enjoy the performances that AAU brings to them, and also see children doing arts and crafts, playing games, families coming together. So yeah, I'm very grateful that I can be part of this tradition and continue on with AAU in this Mid-Autumn Festival.
So Wudang, it sounds like you've been involved with AAU for a long time. How did you find AAU?
I joined AAU around sophomore, junior year of high school. My cousin introduced me to a youth program called Organizing Project, Chinese Youth Organizing Project, I'm sorry. It's been a long time. And I went, and I was very shy, didn't want to talk to anyone. But then everyone in the program was very welcoming. They aimed to, help students from who came here from China to not feel lonely, to find people of their culture, of their language, so they can interact with people who speak Chinese. So I found a space for myself, and I tagged along, and I stay at AAU until now because I liked it. I like that it aims to develop leadership and youths in our community. I found it very meaningful. So yeah. But how about you, Grace? How did you get involved with AAU?
Well, I only started working with AAU about 3 months ago. I kind of found AAU's website on a whim. My friend sent it to me when AAU was hiring, and I thought that the organization sounded really cool. And I grew up in Maine, so we didn't really have much of a Chinese community there. So I thought that AAU sounded like a really great place, and also like a community that I wish I had had growing up. So that really motivated me to apply to be AAU's new youth program coordinator, which is the job that I'm working now. And it's been really meaningful working with the Chinese Youth Organizing Project and kind of getting to know parts of the community and getting to know the youth. They're all really amazing and have really interesting and amazing stories. So that's been an awesome experience so far, and I'm excited to do more with AAU moving forward. So next up, we have a PSA about the census and about the upcoming election.
接下来呢，我们有关于2020年的人口普查，还有11月大选的一些资料。
Not everybody in our community could vote, but everybody counts.
在我们的社区里，不是所有人都可以投票，但所有人都可以在2020年人口普查内被统计。
ñun ñëpp mënuñoo voter waaye ñun ñëpp dañoo war a compter jërëjëf.
The 2020 census is happening this year. The census only happens once every 10 years, and it will impact each of us, our friends, our families, our neighbors, our communities, for the next decade and beyond.
You may already have received a census postcard on the mail. To fill out the census online or over the phone between March 16 and April 30th. Self-reporting means that no, you don't have to worry about a census worker being at your home.
My name is Heidi, and I'm Salvadorian American. I am filling out the 2020 census because Pennsylvania counts on the tax dollars to come back and help our schools, roads, and hospitals. Pennsylvanian communities can lose $2,100 for every person that is not counted. Yo voy a asegurarme que cada miembro de mi familia y mis amigos son contados. ¿Serás contado tú?
My name is Ahmet Selim, and I'm a Turkish American. I'm participating in the 2020 census because the census is used to determine political representation in Harrisburg and in DC. Ailemin, arkadaşlarımın nüfus sayımına katılmaları için elimden geleni yapıyorum. Lütfen siz de bize katılın.
My name is Wei Chan. I'm a Chinese American. I'm filling out the census because filling out census is our duty and to show our strength and diversity of our community. 我想确保我的家人和朋友都能参与2020年的人口普查，被统计在内。你也想被统计在内吗？
These are uncertain times, especially for immigrant communities. Together, we can build safe and welcoming communities for every Pennsylvanian. This is what this census is about. Using our voice to ensure that we all have the resources to thrive.
Tout le monde ne peut pas voter, mais tout le monde doit participer au recensement 2020 de la population.
No todos en nuestra comunidad pueden votar, pero todos contamos.
Eminim aranızda benim gibi Amerikan vatandaşı olmayan ve seçimlerde oy kullanamayanlar var. Ama 2020 nüfus sayımı herkes için geçerli. Lütfen siz de bu sayıma katılın.
Si kila mtu ni mpiga kura, ila kila mtu anahesabika.
Happy Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节快乐. My name is Wei Chen. I'm a civic engagement coordinator with Asian American United. 2020 is an important year for our community, not just because COVID-19 has been hit our community hard, that we know how to support each other. And 2020 census has been so significant for Asian Americans to be counted. It's only 4 days away from the deadline, so make sure you and your family get counted. Another important event for us is November 3rd election. Make sure you have a safe way to turn out your vote. And if you or you know someone have not been registered, need to be registered, you can scan or share the QR code or go to rockthevote.au, rock.vote/AAU to register online with us. Thank you. Enjoying the rest of the festival. Thank you.
Thanks for those really, really important messages about the census and the upcoming election. Please, please remember to fill out your census and to also vote on November 3rd.
太感谢这些关于人口普查还有投票的重要信息，请记住一定要填写2020年的人口普查，还有在11月3号那一天去投票，谢谢。
And now back to the Mid-Autumn Festival celebrations. Hey, Wudang, what's your favorite mooncake flavor?
My favorite is winter melon or lotus, but it has to have the egg yolk. Without the egg yolk, I won't touch the mooncake. How about you?
I think I like them all, but I, growing up, really liked the lotus flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid, didn't really like the egg yolk, but now I think that I'm older, I can appreciate it more. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that because they're in all of the mooncakes.
It's bomb. You gotta have it.
So if you're looking for more ways to celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival at home, check out the Arts and Crafts downloadable kit on our website at aunited.org. Our downloadable kit includes coloring pages, a crossword puzzle, short stories to read, and more. And big thanks to our Arts and Crafts Committee for spending so much time making this downloadable kit.
如果你在家想找更多庆祝中秋节的方式，请到我们的网站 aaunited.org 查看我们的手工艺品，并且下载工具包。我们的工具包包括填色纸、填字游戏、短篇故事，还有很多其他有趣的活动。还有我们非常非常感谢我们的美术工艺委员会花时间把这个工具包弄出来，然后让我们可以下载，然后去参与这些很有趣的活动。
So next, we're pleased to bring a festival favorite onto this virtual stage. Kyodaiko is a Philadelphia-based community taiko group founded in 2005. All members are volunteers who perform for the love of the art and the energy that the great drums give them. The group performs regularly at a wide range of venues, from schools and community events to Philly games, Japanese festivals, and more unusual settings like roller derbies. Kyodaiko offers regular taiko classes and can also perform for events, workshops, and team building activities. Kyodaiko today will perform a selection of kumidaiko, which are ensemble pieces, and provide a brief explanation of the history of taiko. Performers include Rodel Antanasio, Tamiko Lanes, Christina King-Smith, Tom Mistretta, and Kathy Tillman.
接下来我们送上中秋节最受欢迎的节目 Kyodaiko， 是位于费城的社区太鼓团体，成立于2005年。所有的成员呢都是志愿者，他们热爱艺术，还有喜欢太鼓给他们带来的力量。他们会定期在学校和社区活动，Phillies 的比赛、日本节以及其他更多特殊的场合里面表演。Kyodaiko 定期提供太极课程，并且在活动、讲座和团建活动中表演。Kyodaiko 将表演精选的 kumidaiko 合奏作品，并且简要介绍太鼓的历史。表演者包括 Rodel Antanasio, Tamiko Lanes, Christina King-Smith, Tom Mistretta, and Kathy Tillman.
kumidaiko. The history of this is the drums themselves are ancient. As you probably know, drums are used to communicate over long distances for a long period of time. These drums actually originated in China and gradually migrated to Japan. They were used for, as I said, for a form of communication over distance, but they were also used in theater, but they really weren't used the way we were playing them traditionally. The way we used them, this ensemble drumming, really started after World War II. The Japanese jazz drummer named Daiichi Noguchi was given a piece of music, and he was wondering how to adapt that music, and he thought, oh, I could have these different drums and make an ensemble, sort of like his own little orchestra. And that's how kumidaiko, modern taiko, was born. It migrated to this country in the late 60s, and it became very popular on the West Coast with the Japanese community. They were looking for forms to, tie back their identity, their heritage back to Japan. And they started this playing here. It gradually has migrated all across the country in North America. And now in the United States, there's about 500 groups like ours. And we are truly a community group. We don't have a professional who leads us like many of the groups do. So if people are interested, they can look us up. Once we get over this COVID thing, we have lessons at our dojo, and you're welcome to join us.
Renu, I'm going to say thank you, and then you, Fanyi, and then... Okay. What an awesome performance by Kyodaiko.
谢谢 Kyodaiko 给我们带来这么精彩的表演。
So we're ready to shake things up a little bit. Are you ready to play a game? We're going to play a game of Pictionary, and we're going to give some lucky AAU volunteers a word to draw on the Google Jamboard. They have 15 seconds to draw, and you, the audience, can add your guesses to the comments section.
我们现在要玩一个游戏，大家准备好了吗？我们要玩一个游戏是你画我猜，所以我们会抽一些幸运的 AAU 的志愿者，然后他们会用一些单词，所以他们要把这个单词在 Google Jamboard 上面画出来。每个志愿者有15秒的时间。作为观众，你可以把你的猜想发到我们的评论区。
Noise.
You're clear.
Great.
We like to start with some introductions, and I'll start with myself. So hi, my name is Queen, and I'm part of the festival's media team. And we also have Teresa joining us. Teresa, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Teresa. I am a staff member of AAU.
All right, and then to help you get to know us a bit better before we play the game, we have some fun facts we like to share about ourselves. And the first one is, how did we get involved with AAU? Teresa, would you like to start?
Sure. Back in my younger days, about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, I was a volunteer actually with the youth program. So my partner was leading the youth program at the time, but did not have a license. So I ended up doing a lot of driving and spent a lot of time with the youth. And because AAU is such an amazing community, it just became a part of this community. And started to volunteer with the Autumn Festival, and then about 5 years ago, I came on staff. What about you, Queenie? How did you get involved?
So I was actually a student at FACS from 6th to 8th grade. It's been about 10 years. So attending the festival was always a part of my childhood growing up. And I got involved with AAU during college, where I majored in advertising and was able to pick up some design skills. And during college, community service is a huge deal. And so I figured what better way than to give back to the community that I grew up with, which is Chinatown AAU FACS School. And so it's been 5 years now that I've been helping AAU with their festival flyers and their graphics. Oh, okay. So the next question is, what is our favorite memory of the festival? I can go first. Teresa, you want to?
Sure.
Okay, so my favorite memory actually happens every year, which is seeing the huge crowd of elderly folks bond and being in one setting without the reason being grocery shopping. And it's really nice seeing everyone come together. Hey, Teresa, how about you?
My favorite memory, I think, is maybe 2 years ago looking up. So I usually volunteer coordination and check-in tent. And I was able to escape for a little bit, and I looked up the stage and I saw my niece dancing on stage, and then my daughter, who was probably 1.5 at the time, dancing below stage watching her cousin. And I was really excited about this next generation that's going to grow up with this festival.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so I guess we can get to the fun stuff, which is the Pictionary game. So the way this Pictionary game will work is Teresa and I will be taking turns drawing objects that are Mid-Autumn Festival themed. And each of us will have about 30 seconds to draw. And during this time, you can play with us by guessing what that object is. After about 30 seconds, we'll reveal the correct answer. And if you get it correct, you can give yourself a little applause. And if you didn't, that's completely fine. You can try again on the next round. So who's ready to play? Let's start. All right, so we have the first object, and Teresa will be drawing it. Let me know when you're ready, Teresa.
One of us has a graphic design background, one of us does not.
You still draw beautifully. Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Awesome. All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
All right, again, as mentioned before, these objects are related to the Mid-Autumn Festival. Ooh.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Best guess at what this is.
Time's up. What did everyone guess? So the actual answer, is a lantern. If you got it right, good job. If not, it's okay. We have a bunch of other objects we're going to draw. Okay, so the next one I will be drawing. All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's see your skills. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Oh, this is okay.
What can this be?
Ooh. Trying to draw as fast as I can.
Making me thirsty already. Is that a self-portrait? Looks just
Yes.
like you.
Yep. Okay.
Now, what do you think this could be? Do you want to do the
anyone
big
guess?
reveal?
Sure. It is bubble tea. Did anyone get that right? If you did, great job. All right, and then we have another fun object. Teresa, you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. Okay, ready, set, go.
Oh, I thought I was ready. Remember, it's mid-autumn themed.
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint. I wish I was eating one right now. I'll also do a self-portrait.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. What did everyone guess? Teresa, you want to do the big reveal?
It's a mooncake.
Woo! It's a beautiful
Okay,
mooncake.
you ready?
Good job. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready and go.
Drawing on the trackpad's very hard. Okay.
I think I might have an idea.
All right.
I wish
I'm sure everyone
that this
can
was
guess
out
this
right
one.
now.
All right.
Can you
Is
tell us
everyone
what
ready
it
for the big reveal? Sure. It is the sun.
Beautiful.
Very, very happy sun. All right. Don't worry, we have a bunch more objects coming your way. All right, Teresa, ready for the next one?
I am ready.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Okay. I've been practicing.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, we have some ears going. Ooh, some eyes.
Here. That's the clue.
Oh, the leg, the leg. We have some.
It needs to be rounder.
Cool. A huge hint is that it's an animal.
What kind of animal?
All right. Is everyone ready? So if you guessed a rabbit, you are correct. Good job.
It does look like a dog a little bit, I have to admit.
No, it doesn't. The tail and the whiskers give it away. All right.
Okay.
And then we have
Ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh.
Again, it might look like something, but these are all Mid-Autumn Festival related. So keep that in mind.
It's making my stomach hungry again.
You might have had one of these this past week, maybe more.
What color is it usually?
It is yellow.
Does it fit in the palm of my hand?
Yep, it's the perfect snack on the go. All right. What did everyone guess? Okay, Teresa, you want to do the big reveal?
It's an egg tart.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
I hope it looks like an egg tart. All right, we have more. So Teresa, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, ready, set, go.
This is going to be 2 words. Oh, that's my
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, we have a music note going on. Ooh, and a fun person. It looks like they're dancing.
Oh, giving away
Ooh.
clues. Okay. This is my best effort yet. What do y'all think it is?
Anyone have an idea? So the answer is lion dance.
Yay!
Right, Teresa? Cool. Good job, everyone who guessed it correctly. All right, we have another one. This one be a bit hard. All right, I'm ready.
You ready? I believe in you, in your skills.
All right.
Okay, go. Looks like people holding hands. And they're different sizes. Where could they be? Are they maybe at our Mid-Autumn Festival?
Another clue is this is one word. Ooh.
Multiple people all together celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival, having a good time. Are there maybe multiple generations?
Let me just. Whoop.
Holding a lantern.
And another one.
Though I'm not sure what that background circle is. This looks beautiful. What could this be? Oh, under the moon, the stars in the background.
Okay. Anyone have an idea of what it is?
Could it be a family together enjoying the Mid-Autumn Festival?
Yes, it is. If you guessed family for this one, you're correct. Great job. All right. All right, Teresa, you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. We're ready, set, go.
Okay. And again, think Mid-Autumn Festival related. That would be my child. Okay. Remember, Mid-Autumn Festival related.
It looks like something you can hold.
When you're really, really hot, you know, you might have to. What could it be?
You can also make this yourself or at the festival every year. We have a table for it.
Is it a fan?
Woo! And you guessed it right. Good job.
Yay! Do we have one more?
We do. We still have some more. Right. I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. The last one. Here we go. Oh, this is beautiful.
Thank you. I practice. All right.
And the perfect way to end a long day
is to look at the moon. Anyone get that right? Good job. So we actually have some extra ones, and since everyone's doing well, we have bonus rounds. Is everyone excited? All right, let's go for it. All right, Teresa, I can start us off with our bonus rounds.
Okay.
Cool. All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's get started. Go. And while you do that, I'm going to close the door so there is less noise. Oh. This is where your talent comes out.
I'm sure you guys know this. A hint is it's a popular story that we grew up with.
How many round things do I see? What could they be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And what is this person doing? Oh, it looks like they're shooting an arrow. But what are they shooting an arrow at?
Oh, this might
I feel like I might have heard this story before. Oh, are those suns? 9 suns. Must be so hot. 9 suns.
So hot that crops can't grow.
Is this person taking an arrow and shooting down some of these suns?
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Until there's only one left.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you guess, everyone ready for the answer? If you guess Hoi, the popular Mid-Autumn Festival folktale where he shot down the 9 suns, you are correct. Good job. All right,
That's great.
Teresa.
Okay, I'm going to try this one.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
All right, we're ready for your beautiful drawing. Ooh, that looks like some sort of gate. And we have some people. A lot of people.
Hmm. What could this be?
Does this look familiar to anyone?
I'll give you a hint. It is somewhere where a Mid-Autumn Festival happens every year.
Yeah, it does look like a familiar setting.
It is a place. And this is supposed to be a car.
I see it. I see the wheels. And
Thank you.
window.
I was really trying to highlight that. Where do you think this could be? Does anyone at home have a guess? It's where we can get the mooncake, where we can buy the egg tart, and where we can celebrate Mid-Autumn Festival, hopefully sometime very soon.
Yeah,
It is
and it's also
very
where
common. Chinatown and the friendship.
Ooh. It is also where you can get items to enter a scavenger hunt.
Ooh.
Cool. All right. We have another one. Okay. I think I'm ready. All right. Ready, Teresa?
Okay, let's see what you have.
Okay.
Oh, this looks kind of like maybe something we saw earlier. Wow. That looks like a big mooncake. Oh, but there's music notes. Is that another person? This looks just like a video I just watched earlier. Maybe that's a piece of bread that this person is eating. So we have a big mooncake and a piece of bread. But then we'll have music notes. Oh, wait. Looks like this person's playing something too. You're getting very good at this.
Actually gets very fun. All right. Can anyone guess what this is? You actually might have just seen it.
I think so.
They're done by very talented folks. It's always fun to watch. Teresa, you want to give us the answer?
Is it the taiko drumming?
Yes. Good job. Apparently someone said Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles.
I remember that from my childhood. Maybe it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles drumming.
All right. Let's see. All right. Do you have any other ideas, Teresa?
Do I have any other ideas? Let's see.
Because everyone's doing such a good job. I'm trying to come up with more ideas. Ooh.
I don't know if I can draw this.
I
can do 2 words. 2 words.
2 words?
Because I don't have the ability to draw it out the way that you have. Let's see here. Okay.
Oh.
And just in case you can't tell what that is, here's what they like to eat. Okay.
Oh, we have a crown.
And what's the first one? What kind of animal do you think it is?
I see the ears, and it's holding, it looks like a banana.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a really big hint.
We have this sometimes in our performance in Mid-Autumn. I don't know that we had it this year, but we do have it, and we've had it in the past.
Can anyone guess?
Any guesses? Do you have a guess, Queenie?
Is it Monkey King?
Yes.
Okay. Your pause made me worry a little bit. All right. Okay. And then we have one more for everyone.
Close
this
us
will
out.
be a good one. All right.
I see a big square. Looks like a building with all these windows. Must be a big building because it looks like there's a lot of floors. And there's people outside of the building. Oh, like a net. Maybe that's a basketball hoop and a basketball net. Wow, so this is how you draw a car.
Yeah, you can't forget the wheels.
Not just any car. Maybe this is a bus, like a school bus. If it's a school bus and basketball court and all these people inside or outside playing, is it a school?
All right. You want to guess, Teresa?
What school could it be? Oh, we had the FACS teachers sing for us before. Could it be FACS school?
Yes. Woohoo! Great job. And everyone who guessed, good job, everyone. All right, so now we are reaching towards the end of our segment. This has been super fun. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and playing and guessing. For all the guesses you did correct, great job. Thank you, Teresa, for joining us and drawing with me. This has been super fun. Teresa, would you like to say anything else too?
Just thank you, everyone, and we hope that we can all be together again next year for Mid-Autumn Festival.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Hope you have fun playing.
Thanks everyone for participating in our Pictionary game. All of us had a really fun time guessing what the drawings were, so thank you for that. Yeah, so this year it's a little unfortunate that we can't be out in the streets together, and you know, some of our elders in our community maybe can't access the Mid-Autumn Festival this year because of technology and things like that. But one way that we kind of bridge this situation is FACS students actually wrote 500 cards to the elders at Unlock House, and we're just really grateful to be able to stay connected and keep in touch with our elder community at this time, you know, during COVID, and you know, things get lonely. So we just wanted y'all to know about that, and also to say thank you to our FACS students.
刚刚那个你画我猜，我们也在这边猜得很开心，谢谢你们画的画。那么我们想要感谢一下民艺特许学校的学生，他们给我们唐人街安乐楼的长子写了500多张的卡片。往年的这个时候，我们都会在街上，然后老人家也可以欣赏我们的演出这样子。但是今年的话，因为所有的东西都在线上，可能会有给长子观看带来一些困难，所以这500多张卡片也给长子在这个中秋团圆的佳节里面带来一些温暖这样子。
So here at the festival, we have a long-standing tradition of ending the performance portion of the program with the Monkey King. And the tradition lives on today. The Monkey King is the hero of famous Chinese folktales about a strong, clever, tricky, proud, and mischievous monkey who has many adventures. The Monkey King's adventures help to bring wisdom and sacred Buddhist learnings to the people. This episode of The Monkey King is presented by the Philadelphia Chinese Opera Society, PCOS. PCOS is dedicated to promoting cultural diversity and exchange, enriching the cultural lives of the Chinese American community and the general public, enhancing the appreciation and understanding of Asian arts and cultures, particularly the Asian treasure of the Chinese opera through education, sponsorship, and participation in performances and events. Today's performer is Junqing Li. He is program manager at PCOS, and he is also an overseas art inheritor of the Peking Opera and Kunqu. Enjoy!
中秋节有一个悠久的传统，那就是和孙悟空一起结束我们今天的表演。这个传统延续至今。齐天大圣是中国著名的民间英雄人物，描述了一个历尽千辛万苦、健壮、聪明、狡猾、骄傲、调皮的齐天大圣。而美猴王的冒险故事也为人们带来了智慧和神圣的佛教知识。今天将有费城京剧社为我们演出京剧《闹天空》选段。费城京剧社致力于文化的发展和交流，丰富亚裔社区和民众的文化生活，来提高人们对亚洲的艺术和文化，特别是对中国京剧这一古典瑰宝的欣赏和了解。今天的表演者是李俊清，费城京剧社理事长和海外京剧和昆曲艺术青年传承人，请欣赏表演。
So that was a really entertaining version of the Monkey King. Thank you so much for that.
所以感谢刚刚李俊清为我们表演的闹天宫选段。
So last week we announced our Mid-Autumn Festival scavenger hunt online, and we are super excited to tell you that we're going to extend the deadline to Sunday, October 4th. To participate in our scavenger hunt, you will need to complete or buy items from our list that we listed on our AAU Instagram page and tag us in the photo. For example, you can earn 2 entries if you make a paper lantern from our Arts and Crafts downloadable kit, or earn 3 entries if you buy a mooncake from one of the bakeries on our list. The more things you create, buy, and share with us, the more entries you earn. The person with the most entries will win a $50 gift card to Sung Ki Peking Duck House, which sounds amazing. Second place will win a $25 gift card to M Ki Restaurant. And our third place will win a $10 gift card to Alamoose.
上周我们宣布了在线中秋寻宝游戏，很高兴地告诉你，我们将要把截止日期延长到10月4号星期天。参加寻宝游戏的方法是完成 AAU Instagram 页面发布的寻宝任务，并且在照片中标记我们。举个例子，如果你通过我们的艺术工具包制作一个纸的灯笼，你可以得到2分。或者如果你在我们的列表中的任何一家面包店选买了一个月饼，你可以获得3分。你制造或者购买的东西越多，并且和我们分享，你会获得更多的分数。获得分数最多的将赢得50块钱的生计礼品卡，第2名将会获得价值25块钱的文旺礼品卡，第3名将会获得价值10块钱的阿拉慕斯礼品卡。希望大家赶紧行动，来赢取我们的奖品吧。
So on behalf of all the MCs and Asian Americans United, thank you for participating in our 25th annual Chinatown Mid-Autumn Festival. We're so happy to be able to virtually celebrate with you today. If you would like to rewatch and or share today's performances, please check aaunited.org for a recording of this program in the next coming week. Since we normally have a parade to close out the festival, but can't this year, we're going to show you the line dance again. Thanks again, and see you next year. Happy Mid-Autumn Festival.
最后，代表所有的主持人和亚裔联合会的工作人员，感谢您参加第25届唐人街中秋节联欢会。很高兴今天能与你一起庆祝。如果你想重新观看或者分享今天的表演，你可以上我们的页面 aaunited.org 卸载节目的影片。往年这个时候，我们会在唐人街举办游行灯笼游行，因为今年我们是在线上，所以不能一起游行，所以我们会用洪家功夫的 Lion Dance 来结束今天的活动。再次感谢大家的观看，明年见，中秋节快乐！